to justify creaming more taxes from people to fight global warming, and what they call carbon taxes and environmental taxes, and most importantly, to provide an explanation for the change that's taking place. And it's not caused by human-created carbon dioxide. I've gone into that in this book in some detail. It's created by changes in the sun. And these changes in the sun are connected to this energetic change that I was told about nearly 20 years ago was coming, and how it would act as like a spiritual alarm clock to wake people up from their hypnotic state, which it is demonstrably doing. And so this whole Al Gore sham, scam, and farce, I mean, you know, a practicing Satanist like Al Gore actually cares about humanity and the planet. Yeah, okay, pull the other one, you know. And he's got the Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah, exactly.
And the the Oscar for his ludicrous documentary, An Inconvenient Truth, simply because that was all fixed to highlight his profile and highlight what he's lying to people about, which is that it's carbon emissions that are doing it.
Yeah.
It's the sun that's doing it, and it's well, put it this way: we've seen nothing yet.
Do you think that this is about creating kind of a new, what should we call it, underclass or even serfdom? That this is about also, we had a small time here, frame, so to speak, where we could enjoy some of these, you know, technologies that were brought forth by, mainly by the elites to some degree, I guess, you know, the cars, you know, and all the products in the stores and so forth. But it feels like this is sending out the message here that, okay, now it's time to begin to actually ease down on this again. We're not supposed to enjoy some of these, freedoms that this actually, does bring about to have some kind of technologically, live in a society that has this kind of technology, you know.
Well, technology is a good thing when it's benign and it's used for the benefit of people. Technology is a horrific thing when it's used in a destructive way, both environmentally and in other ways, and it's used to control people. And it's not that technology is good or bad, it's what's the technology and what's the reason for it.
Yeah.
And much of the technology that has been introduced, which on one level has seemed to be a good thing in some ways, actually has an underlying background reason, which is anything but good. It's about control. It's about the ability to have centralization of power. For instance, we talk about computers and all the rest of it, and on one level it's wonderful, but it's given the elite the ability to have global control. Without computers, they couldn't do it in the same way. And also, computers are just wonderful vehicles for surveillance of people and gathering profiles of people and background of people. And it's also made the society that we live in incredibly dependent on an external technology. I was in an airport it was Sydney Airport actually, a few years ago in Australia, and the Qantas computer system went down, and it was absolutely chaotic. This is just one computer system. Now, computers are dependent upon electricity. So if the electrical system goes down, then the computer system goes down, then the whole system goes down. If you look at money now, I mean, money is overwhelmingly figures on a screen passing through computer systems. You can wipe those systems very easily. And so they have the potential for creating enormous chaos. And the 33rd degree of the Scottish Rite of Freemasonry has a motto, Ordo ab chaos, order out of chaos, problem, reaction, solution. Create the chaos, get people dependent upon you, they think, to sort out the chaos, and then offer the solution to the chaos that advances the kind of society that you want. So I think what we're going to see in the Clinton years is the manipulation of more and more chaos, financial chaos and other things. 9/11 was not the end of their manufactured horrors to justify advancing the Orwellian state. It was just another step on it.
Yeah.
There are more to come, and this is why it's so vital that people are aware of what the game is, so that they can read the game as it's played, and not sit in a prison cell with a guard at the door, thinking, I can see it now. I realize what is going on now. Yeah, bit too late, my dear, bit too late.
And, that's why they need to get your book, of course, to kind of begin to connect these dots and to be able to see this entire picture. I think that this is a good place to round things off for the first segment, David, but I want to, people who are interested in getting a copy of your latest book, how would they easily go about doing that?
All they have to do is go to davidicke.com, and they can pre-order it. The books are just coming off the presses now. I've just had the first copy sent to me today, so they're going to be ready to ship very, very soon, and that's the best way, quickest way of getting it. It will be in the shops, of course, but it's going to take longer before it's all out into the shops.
All right, so head on over to davidicke.com and take a look how to pre-order or order the book from there. And we're going to continue talking with David more in the subscribers section and get into. I want to ask David a little bit more about 2012 and the Solar Max that is potentially connected with this. I want to talk a little bit about Peru and much more, Blackwater and stuff like that. But David and I are going to take a short break, but we'll continue in the next segment. But for this segment, thank you so much for coming on, David.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to the program. We'll continue our conversation with David in our subscriber section. And we're going to talk more about the reptilian aspect in humanity and how this is being targeted, the entities behind the veil, and we'll also talk more about David's experience in Peru that kick-started it all. Is there a guiding force that is directing events, helping us out? We'll also talk more about the implication of the year 2012 and what potentially is on the horizon in the years to come. So subscribers, get ready for an excellent continuation of our interview with David Icke. You'll find all the information on how you can tune in over at redicecreations.com. Upcoming guests, we have Joseph P. Forel, Stuart Swerdlow and Tom Horn. Also, if you haven't already, check out our latest short film up in the new member section called Longevity and the Grail, and much more is on the way. Thanks to Fredrik behind the controls. This is Henrik Palmgren. Until next time, all the best and take good care.